We're going to be learning how to do a pop-out Photoshop effect. And this right here is one of the examples that I've come up with. As you can see, the person looks like they're popping out of the actual phone, and almost like the person that's typing something on the phone is actually massaging the back of this person. You could always customize this to different photo, but I'm just going to show you how to do that effect. So first thing is we're going to open up Photoshop. And the files are actually linked in the description below. Just to show you some other examples actually before we go into Photoshop, let me show you what I did. I just looked up pop out Photoshop, and you can see the sheep looks like it's popping out, the soccer player looks like it's popping out, you see a little bit of grass there, the photographer, all these things. A lot of times people do use the cell phone, other people have used books, as you can see right here. Polaroids, like actual pictures. Take a look at the snake right there. There's a lot. But the idea is like to make something that looks like it's popping out of something that it normally would not. Here it is on Pinterest. Right? Some things look like they're actually going into the phone versus out. Certain things are intertwined within the phone and outside of the phone. Alright, and again, let's go into Pinterest. Sorry, Photoshop. And since the links are below, you've probably downloaded them already. I have as well. I'm going to click on File, Open. And I'm going to look inside my folder. I'm doing the pop. The first one I want to open up is the associate one, the one with the phone. Click Open. And now we want to actually place a file inside here, actually an image. So I'm going to go to File, Place Linked. And I'm going to look for that second, which is the man on the beach, and then just place that. So I have two layers. I have the man on the beach, and I have the phone. All right, man on the beach, and then the phone. So for this one, all I have to do right now is clip the person out. There's several different ways, and if you look at some of the videos I have, you can see some of those different ways. Pen tool, polygonal lasso tool, quick selection tool, color selection. You know, there's just so many. But for me, I'm going to use the quick selection tool right here, which reminds me we should all be looking at this under the same different view. So go up to Window, Workspace, make sure that Essentials is clicked, and just in case, let's do Reset Essentials, and then we should all be looking at it in the same way. I'm going to click right here on these double arrows to make my toolbar into two columns. Okay. The second tool on the right column, that's the quick selection tool. There are other ones on there if you look. Right over here, there's the quick selection and the magic wand. I'm just going to do the quick selection tool, and I'm going to let the computer think for me for a little bit. I'm going to click on Select Subject and make sure that man on the beach, that layer is selected. I'm going to select Subject up here, and it's going to do it for me. It's going to select the person himself. There it is. Computer did a pretty good job. The hair is something that I might want to fix later, but I have that, and then I click on the Japan flag to clip him out. Okay, not bad. If I wanted to fine-tune some of the stuff, you can see that the hair right there. Yeah, you can still see some of the background. It's not going to look as realistic. If you hold Control and you click on the mask itself, which, by the way, this is the mask right here. I hold Control and click on it, and then I could do Select and Mask. And what this does, it gives me options. I could either quick select tool again. I could refine the edge with this brush. I'm going to actually refine the edge with this brush. So I'm zooming in, I'm going around, and I'm clicking right here, and look at that. It's thinking for me wherever I'm brushing. It's like, oh, you want to do this? Sure. Like it tries to understand what it is that I'm trying to do. And for the most part, it will do a pretty good job, especially with hair. Because hair is something that's just going to take a long time to go around with the pen tool. Okay, this is okay for now. There are other options here, but watch the other video to look at that. I'm going to hit OK. And now I have him clipped out with the hair looking pretty good. All right. Now I want to place him somewhere where it looks like he's popping out. Of course, you saw the preview, so you know where I put him. But I'm going to select this tool, which is actually the Move tool. And I'm going to move him somewhere else. Now I want to rotate him because This doesn't necessarily look like he's popping out. I do want the shoulders to be popping out. So I'm going to click on Command and the letter T. What that's going to give me is this bounding box right here. And I could go right at the corner. I'm not going to click on anything yet, but if I go there, you can see a little bit over. It's going to be straight. That's going to make it shorter. This is going to make it not as wide. But if I go right at the edge, I can rotate it. And I'm going to pull the corner as well to make it smaller. Let's see. Maybe bigger right now. There you go. There you go. I want to make sure that the edge of that phone is still in there. I'm going to make him pop out right through here. Once I'm done, I hit return. And I have set that part. The next thing I want to do is select the actual screen. Now there's different ways that I could do that. I'm going to hide my man beach layer. And I want to actually select this blue section right here. Because really I just want this edge right here, this one, and I could just go in and recreate it. But in reality, it's a lot easier just to click on your background layer. Right where you have your quick selection tool, you click and hold that down with Control. Select your magic wand. And I'm going to click on the blue. Since it's all the same color, I could do that and get those marching ants. Now, if you haven't learned about layers and masks yet, right, whichever layer is on the top is the one that you're going to see first. So for me, what I actually want to do is mess around with the mask, which, again, if you haven't learned about masks, masks only understand two colors, black and white, and everything in between there, which there's grays. But if you look at this one, everything that's black is hidden, and everything that's white is showing. So I'm going to click on the mask for my top layer. I'm going to go to the brush tool, which is the fifth tool on the left column. And I'm going to make sure that it's black, 100% opacity up here. And here's what I want to do. Actually white. Sorry, I'll start off with the white. I want white to actually fill this in right here because I want to show this section of the photo. So brush with white. And you can see, I can see part of that background. Now, this part I actually don't want. And let's see, right here, I do want it. I actually do want it there as well, but I'll show you what's next. I want to color this part in because there was that graphic in there. We'll have to do a little bit different thing. So right now, I want to add this little section right there, and I want to take away this section. But I don't want to just do it by eye. I actually want to go off of this selection. So I'm going to click on Select, Inverse. And what that does, instead of selecting the screen and this section here, it's going to select the opposite. So select Inverse. And now I could come in here with white, brush that part in, and then over here I want to do black because I want to hide that section. Right? Hide this section, hide this section. I don't want to get anywhere close to the scarf right here because I actually want that scarf to pop out. Once you're done, Command D to deselect. And you can see it looks like the person is popping out. Now, this image is not the most realistic or the most interesting one, but you could see how you could interpret like popping out people or dogs or anything like that. But this is how you do that effect. All right, thanks for watching.